Have you ever wondered if the end times prophecies in the Bible are fulfilling themselves in our current world? It's a provocative question, isn't it? One that stirs the mind and the spirit. That's exactly what we're going to explore today. We'll be drawing parallels between modern world events and the ancient scriptures, taking a deep dive into the prophetic waters of the Bible. So, buckle up for an enlightening journey through faith, history, and current affairs. Join us as we delve into this intriguing topic. The Bible, a revered book of faith, contains several prophecies about the end of the world. This sacred text, rich in history and spirituality, has intrigued scholars, theologians, and believers for centuries with its mysterious predictions of the end times, also known as eschatology. Eschatology, a term derived from the Greek words eschatos meaning last, and logos meaning study, is the part of theology concerned with the final events of history or the ultimate destiny of humanity. This concept is commonly referred to as the end of the world or end times, a future time period described variously in the mythologies of many cultures and religions. In the context of the Bible, the end times prophecies are largely found in the books of Daniel, Ezekiel, and most notably, Revelation. These books describe a series of cataclysmic events, supernatural phenomena, and the ultimate judgment of mankind. The book of Revelation, the last book of the New Testament, is particularly renowned for its vivid and symbolic portrayal of the end times. Written by the Apostle John, it outlines a complex sequence of events leading up to the end of the world. This includes the rise of the Antichrist, the Great Tribulation, the second coming of Jesus Christ, and the final judgment. These prophecies, while intricate and often metaphorical, have sparked countless interpretations and debates. Some see them as literal predictions of future events, while others view them as allegorical descriptions of spiritual principles or historical events. Despite the differing views, these prophecies have a profound impact on the belief systems of many. They serve as a reminder of the transient nature of our existence, the eternal consequences of our actions, and the ultimate hope in a divine redemption. In the grand scheme of things, end times prophecies provide a glimpse into the divine plan for the world, a plan that transcends our human understanding yet invites us to engage in a deeper exploration of our faith and the mysteries of the universe. Now let's see how these prophecies line up with our world today. From climate change to global pandemics, the world today is experiencing events that were once foretold in the Bible. Let's delve into this further. Take, for instance, the increasing frequency of wars and rumors of wars. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, forewarns of this, stating, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come." Today, we see conflicts intensifying around the world, from the Middle East to Eastern Europe, Africa to Asia. The news is rife with stories of civil unrest, terrorist attacks, and escalating tensions between nations. Next, consider the widespread famines we're seeing globally. The same chapter of Matthew, just 2 verses later, predicts, "There will be famines and earthquakes in various places." In recent years, we've seen devastating famines in regions like Yemen and South Sudan, largely due to conflict and instability. Droughts and floods, exacerbated by climate change, have also led to widespread crop failures, further driving food scarcity. Speaking of earthquakes, the frequency and intensity of seismic activity has seemingly increased over the years. The United States Geological Survey reports that the number of significant earthquakes has been on the rise in the past decades. From the devastating quake in Haiti in 2010 to the recent tremors felt across California, these events seem to echo the biblical prophecy. And then, there's the matter of disease. The past few years have been dominated by the global pandemic, COVID-19, which has claimed millions of lives worldwide. This mirrors the words in the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 11, which warns of great plagues in the last days. Lastly, let's touch on moral decay. The Bible, particularly in the books of Timothy and Peter, predicts a time when people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, and the list goes on. As we look around today, it's hard to deny that many of these traits are becoming more prevalent in society. However, it's important to note that while these events may seem to align with biblical prophecies, correlation doesn't necessarily imply causation. The Bible has been interpreted in many ways throughout history, and these interpretations continue to evolve as our understanding of the world changes. So, are we living in the end times as prophesied in the Bible? That's a question that continues to spark debate across theological and scholarly circles, and it's a question that each of us must grapple with in our own way. Of course, skepticism exists. Not everyone agrees that these events are the fulfillment of biblical prophecies. This is the crux of the matter. We live in a world teeming with different perspectives and ideas, and interpretations of biblical prophecies are no exception. Skeptics often question the validity of these prophecies, arguing that they are vague and can be made to fit a wide variety of situations. They argue that any event, if viewed through a certain lens, can appear to fulfill a prophecy. Some skeptics go even further, proposing that these prophecies are mere coincidences or the result of self-fulfilling prophecies, where belief in an outcome influences actions to bring that outcome about. On the other hand, there are those who interpret these prophecies literally, seeing direct correlations between biblical texts and current events. These individuals believe we are living in the end times and that the signs are clear and undeniable. Then there are those who adopt a more symbolic interpretation, viewing prophecies as metaphors for spiritual or moral struggles rather than literal predictions of future events. They believe these prophecies serve as timeless lessons about human nature and our relationship with the divine. But regardless of where you stand on the spectrum of belief, one thing is certain: the importance of critical thinking. It's crucial to approach these prophecies with an open mind, willing to question, analyze, and seek understanding. We must resist the urge to jump to conclusions and instead take the time to thoughtfully consider different viewpoints. And let's not forget the role of faith. For many, these prophecies are matters of deep religious conviction. For others, they are fascinating historical or literary studies. The beauty of this discussion lies in its ability to engage a wide variety of perspectives and beliefs. Whether you believe these are signs of the end times or not, the question remains: how should believers handle these signs? And that's what we'll explore in our next section. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into this captivating topic. For believers, the Bible offers guidance on how to handle signs of the end times. The scriptures tell us that when we see such signs, we should not be fearful. Instead, we are encouraged to remain steadfast in our faith, unshaken by the troubling events that may surround us. In the book of Matthew, Jesus tells his disciples, "See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet." These words remind us that even in the midst of chaos, our focus should not waver from our faith. But faith alone is not enough. The Bible also emphasizes the importance of hope. In the book of Romans it says, "Now hope that is seen is not hope. For who hopes for what he sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience." This scripture invites us to look beyond the present circumstances and to hope for a better future, a future promised by God. Moreover, the Bible instructs us to live in love. In the first letter to the Corinthians it is written, "And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love." Love is the driving force that should guide our actions. It is what prompts us to serve others, to give without expecting anything in return, to forgive those who have wronged us, and to strive for peace in a world that seems to be in turmoil. Service to others is another key aspect of handling signs of the end times. By serving others, we not only show our love for them, but also for God. It is a practical demonstration of our faith and hope, a way of making a positive impact in the world, even in the midst of troubling times. In conclusion, whether or not we are living in the end times, the key is to live in faith, hope, and love, serving others as we await the future with anticipation. In the face of uncertainty, one thing remains clear. We've traversed the realm of end times prophecies, scrutinized world events through this lens, and grappled with skepticism and interpretation. We've discussed the believer's approach to these signs, underscoring the importance of faith, hope, and love. We don't have all the answers, but we're on a journey of discovery together. No matter what the future holds, we can navigate it with faith, hope, and love. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay curious and open-minded.